What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon, back with another Clash of Clans episode, and today, another sneak peek into the next Clash of Clans update. And that's right, we've got extra exciting music, and I'm talking extra loud and excited as well, to try to make this sneak peek sound more interesting than it is. Okay, so let's be honest. Let's review what's happened so far. Now, we do have something that's genuinely new that's coming in today's sneak peek, but it's not a new troop, it's not a new defense, it's not a new town hall level, it's not even a new builder, but you know, we've revealed those things to you over the last week or so, and this is going to be another little quality of lifestyle improvement, something kind of cool that's added to the game. It's mostly going to help players, well, let's be honest, players that are not interested in watching YouTube videos or don't ever go to YouTube for Clash of Clans. So technically, if you're watching this video, then you probably don't need this as much. And if you're not watching this video, you do. So this is pointless. But anyway, let's just talk about practice mode. So practice mode, hey, to those of you that are good at the game, that have already practiced this stuff, it's free loot. Get in there, spend some time. And yes, you do get free loot. Notice the numbers on the left-hand side. But yes, this is actually, okay, let's be honest. I think this is actually very cool for the general population because I feel like most players aren't familiar with these style attacks. And, you know, these are advanced attacks for the average player, somebody who doesn't, like I said, pop on YouTube, somebody who doesn't research the game. And this basically holds your hand through many different attacks. I believe there's like 17 modes for now, and there will be others that unlock in the future that they will add, but right now you can attack, I believe it's one Town Hall level above your own. So if you're at Town Hall 7, you can do the Town Hall 8 attacks and kind of learn ahead of time. You know, it's actually very cool that they did this, but again, it's just kind of ironic that the idea of doing this is so that you don't need to go to YouTube and watch somebody's videos like mine that might help you with. Yeah, but, well, okay, a couple of things. Obviously, it's not a regular full-on Town Hall 12. It's not going to be a layout that you're commonly going to run into, and there's no time constraints here as well. This is just teaching you the fundamentals of different attacks. I mean, it's really cool to see here that they're going to help teach you how to queen walk. Now, this is on a scale of 1 to Itsu. This is like, you know, 5th grade level, and Itsu's like, you know, your 3rd PhD. So yeah, it's not exactly advanced strategy. It's going to get you there. It's going to help you in certain cases, but more often than not, I think that you're going to find yourself like trying a queen walk without watching more strategy. It's going to get you into trouble because a queen walk is a pretty advanced strategy. It's pretty easy to find the queens, healers getting burned up by inferno towers or whatever the case may be. Lots of different things as far as funneling, range. There's so many different variables to worry about. So this is a more elementary approach to the game, but at the same time, it takes it a level way beyond what the average player is exposed to. And for that, I actually am really thankful because, hey, you know what? Keeping players engaged in Clash of Clans is what keeps this game successful. It's what keeps Clash thriving. That's why we've seen Clash of Clans stay basically the top 10 in the App Store for almost 7 years, people. That is crazy stuff. And to have just recently hit number 1 again when they released the Gold Pass for the first time is unbelievable. It's amazing. It's just exciting to watch, and it's a good time for Clash of Clans right now. So hey, if you're watching this video, these are strategies that you may already be familiar with. If not, it's a great way to get in there and check them out. Even if you've done it, I actually found it kind of entertaining. We'll go back and do one of the lower level Town Hall ones in just a moment. And yeah, you know, it gives you the fundamentals. I've noticed that it is possible to screw up an attack even when it's trying to hold your hand. You can slightly vary where you put units. Also, at parts of the tutorial, you'll notice, like right here, it doesn't tell you exactly where to put the units. You could have just piled them all in a corner, just spammed them like the typical player might, and you could probably still fail even in the handheld tutorial. So it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's a learning process for everybody, and I honestly overall think it's exciting to add stuff like this to the game because, let's be honest, Clash of Clans is pretty complicated. I mean, up at Town Halls 10, 11, 12, things get complicated, and even a player that has been playing for a while is going to miss out on a lot of this stuff if they are not the type that goes out and, looks to the forums, looks to social media, looks to, YouTube. Yeah. What do you know? So yeah, anyway, all right. So this is the handheld tutorial where it's telling you exactly what to do. And then it's kind of interesting. So when you get in, you manage the 3 stars. Now it asks if you want to try it without the deployment steps. So it's up to you now to try to remember what you just did and try it on your own. And so this is kind of, it's interesting. It's kind of funny to see there also is more than one way to get the 3-star done on this little mini Town Hall 12 base. So that was kind of cool as well. You don't have to necessarily exactly follow what the tutorial did for you. I can get back in there and vary things up a little bit, even kind of screw things up, and we can still get the job done. It's interesting. And, it's just another little mode that's being added to the game that is going to improve things. Of course, now I have noticed that there are a lot of strategies that are missing. You don't see, attacks with miners or hog riders, really. There's some of the attacks that you're going to normally see. We don't see advanced Lalo. So, there are definitely areas that could use improvement, and I'm imagining there will be additions to this training mode in the future. Who knows? I mean, maybe they'll even take some content creators' attacks and put them directly into the game like this. That'd be very cool. That'd be a good way to help support the content creators as well. I don't know. It's just a thought. I'm not saying that I've come up with any amazing attack strategies, but just a thought. So, overall, there's a lot coming in this update. There are still a lot of questions I noticed pouring in about the Legend League rework, and it feels like the main concerns are loot and is it enough to do during the day? And so for that, I still have to say that it's interesting that over 98% of Legend League players didn't attack 8 times a day on average in last season. But I did hear this argument, and that was, hey, you know what? I play in spurts. There's one day where I might have more time to play and another day where I have less. So yes, I may not average 8 attacks per day, but there's days that I would like to do a lot more than 8 attacks in a day, that I have a lot more time to play. And that is a good argument. And is there a way to address that? I don't know. Overall, I think that they had to look at the majority of players and decide how they were going to please most of the players most of the time, because obviously there is no way to please all of the players all of the time. So that was one of the big issues, was the number of attacks, the amount of playing time per day. And again, it's going to be a shock to people that are used to having Clash accompany them everywhere they go for 12 hours a day. And you have to realize there were probably thousands and thousands of players that were doing that, and they're not going to be able to do that anymore. Will they find another game? Will they find another Town Hall to play, start a new account? I don't know. It remains to be seen, but I definitely disagree with people who think that this Legend League rework is quote-unquote destroying Legend League or destroying the game. I don't see that at all. But hey, I'm taking the wait-and-see attitude as well. I'm not going over the top with this. I hope that things will work out well, and here's the thing. I trust that the Clash of Clans team will adjust things if anything is way out of whack. If there's something that's really not working out, if players are not getting enough playtime, or they're getting too much, they're getting bored, they're not getting enough loot. That was another issue. Is there enough loot to be had in Legend League to keep players playing there? Will Titan League become too crowded? I trust that the Clash of Clans team will make an adjustment. You guys need to remember that, these are the people that made this game last 7 years in the top 10. Number 1 for like 5 years, and it keeps hitting number 1 over and over again. So I trust that if they haven't destroyed the game up to this point, they're not planning on, or they're not going to allow, rather, the game to be destroyed in the future. So let's put our trust in the Clash team and know that the game will be okay. And I honestly think that it will be interesting. Although, of course, it's going to dash the hopes of many spam-style players. You can no longer just sit back and just attack without skill and keep advancing to the top of the leaderboards. And that, is a bummer for some people and is going to be really interesting. But you know what? I think that it's where this game should be. I think skill should be rewarded, not spare time. And that's just my opinion. And of course, I also realize that in my career in Clash of Clans, my peak was I hit number 3 global and I hit number 1 in the US. I don't think I'm going to hit those again. I really don't. I don't think that I have the skill to compete with the very elite, the very best players in the world. So, just saying, I know that's not going to work out. So, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And, you know, it will be fun. I think it will make for good content to do those 8 attacks on a stream, do them in a video, win, lose, or draw. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it either way. All right, so yes, we're taking a look at some Mass Dragon tutorial. And kind of interesting, kind of fun to go back and check out the lower level town halls. And again, there are the rewards there as well. Now, speaking of rewards, I just wanted to touch on this really quickly. If you heard, there is a change to the way loot is being gathered in the season bank that's coming with this update. And it doesn't affect most players, although it actually affects me. You'll notice in my home village, if you've seen it, I have overflowing storages. They've been overfilled for weeks. And the way it's going to work now is if your storages are full, when you raid, your season bank will not fill with that loot if your storages are already full. There has to be room in your storages. So, you know, it only hurts players that are basically fully maxed out. I guess it makes sense. We'll have to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up. That was tutorial mode. Let's check out one more thing. That is the copy base. This is the new deep link. This is a huge quality of life improvement that gives you the ability to share your layouts instantaneously. You can share them into the clan. Wait a minute. Itsu shared a Town Hall 12 layout? Okay. Never failed to copy an Itsu base, but oh, it's Itsu's farming base. Whatever. Okay. But yeah, this is like one of the most famous bases out there. But what I'm saying is this is a huge quality of life improvement because now you can suddenly share links that will allow players to copy bases. Now you can do this not only in the clan chat, but you can also do it as a link that gets copied to your device's clipboard, and then you can go out and text it to somebody, email it, share it, and boom, they've immediately got your layout or you've got theirs. Look for that coming to my videos very soon. We will be sharing lots of linked layouts. Thank you guys as always. Get ready for the Clash of Clans update. I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. Catch me live streaming every day on Facebook Gaming, fb.gg/realgaladongaming. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to people, animals, easy on the planet, and I hope to see all of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, I'll share my link for my gym box base